Very good morning to all students. Today, chapter 2, we are going to lecture on the planning. So, on the learning objective, for the topic planning is concept of planning, benefits of planning, vision and mission statement, types of planning, then what are the barriers in planning. Okay, definition. The process of outlining the activities to achieve the goals of the organization. Determine the ways to achieve the goal. So that is what this planning is about. Is to plan. The end result is to achieve the goals of the company. So benefits of planning. Why you need to plan? So here, the benefits of planning to coordinate managers of different function and division. So in a big organization, for example, hospital or maybe car manufacturing. So inside that organization, there are different division. You take, let's say, for example, car manufacturing. They have a technical division. They have the procurement division. They have the production division. They have the quality division. So these are division which each division have individual managers. So need the chief executive or the leader of the organization need to coordinate with all these managers in order to achieve the goals. So that's what we call it planning lah. Then focus on forward thinking. So when they meet together, plan together, they will focus forward how to implement the function that they're going to do. Participatory work environment. So normally in meeting, this kind of planning they do in a room, meeting room with all the tools they need to explain to the managers. For example, all the technical things they will discuss in the working environment. Normally is in a group, in a room which nobody will disturb them. They say they have a meeting for 2 hours. So inside this room, this working environment for 2 hours, they will not be disturbed by other parties inside the meeting. Say more effective control system. So when they plan together and decide together, then they will control together how to implement it, so it become more effective rather than anybody will do their own planning and without coordinating. And then they will reduce overlapping. There are 4 or 5 managers in the division. If you don't plan properly, then there will be overlapping. Because of overlapping, then it become wasting time and wasting resources. So resources are effectively and efficiently utilized. Since there is no overlapping, everybody do their own jobs, everybody have their own planning, so it become more effective and efficiently utilize what the company have inside the organization. Vision, okay. Normally in any organization, you have this vision. What is the vision of the company or the organization? So identify the organization future direction. Vision statement describe where the organization want to be in future. For example, let's say I take like our college or most of the college. What is their vision? Very simple. Their vision is to go the next level to become a university or university college first. So normally like every college will dream or their vision, vision is like dreaming also to become a university college. So all their planning, all the efforts inside the organization of this college, they will gear to become a university college. So to become a university college, you need a lot of planning, you need a lot of things to be done. So because of the quality and everything need to be done, so that's why they have the vision. Without the vision, nobody will do anything more except that doing their daily work. what is the vision to become a university college? So they have other things that they have to prepare, need to prepare to become a university. So this is what we call it vision lah. It can be any vision, but for example, uh, a university college would like to become a university. Car manufacturing, maybe the vision like Proton before, the vision to produce car. What other vision? To produce a sports car in the world, the best sports car in the world. So this is their vision. So they keep on improving their engineering technicality to produce car, top class, world class car, and also a sports car. So vision is actually is one of the thing that motivates people also to work inside the company. Mission. So normally they have two, vision and mission. What is mission? This means by which an organization can fulfill its purpose. Mission statement describe what other organization needs to do now to achieve the vision. As I said just now, if I want to become a university in future, what I need to plan now. So the mission is the work that you have to do now to achieve your mission. That's how it works. So important of mission, as I mentioned just now, to address our basic need of production. For example, if I want to upgrade this college to university, what are the needs we have to prepare to become a university? Provide foundation by which the organization should operate. So how we should operate from a basic thing that you need to do until you can achieve or you can get approval from the ministry to operate as a university. Because the government does not simply give you a license to operate university. You need to do a lot of work and quality and all the licenses and also all the things that you need to prepare to become a university. So this we call it the foundation or the work they have to do first before the government can issue you your college to become a university. So in that case, you normally the management will create goals. Yeah, goals. As I mentioned earlier, the goals is like playing football lah. You need to score the goal. So everybody like team in the company, in the college got 10 people. So everybody have to think to achieve the goal. That is to get the approval to set up the university. Okay. Okay, then we have the types of planning. We have two, strategic and tactical planning. What is strategic planning? Strategic planning is a process by which an organization makes decision and takes action that affect its long run performance. So we have to plan, strategize we call it. We always say that how to strategize, what is our strategy to become a university in the next 5 years, for example. So that's our long-term planning. 5 years, our college, we want to upgrade to become university. So we have to prepare the strategic planning for the next 5 years. What about tactical planning? Tactical plan is design and implement all goals set in the strategic planning. It outlines action and to achieve strategic plan. So if we have a planning for 5 years, so each year, what are the things need to implement? So that particular year that you are going to implement, that is your tactical planning. This is straightforward if you can understand. Okay, there's a detail there about strategic planning. Apply broadly the entire organization. For instance, you have to plan 5 years to become a college, university college, so that you have to plan for the 5 years, the entire organization. Establish the organization overall objective. Let's say your objective is to become university. Seek to position the organization in terms of environment. So you need to become a university. You cannot be in a small place. You need to change to a better environment before the government will approve you to become a university. Provide direction to drive the organization effort to achieve this goal. So the CEO of the college, of the company, have to provide the managers and the staff all their efforts to achieve to the goals of becoming a university. Then cover extended period of time in case there's a time period 5 years as I said just now. So in case you can't complete within 5 years because we cannot achieve what the conditions set by the government, so you need to extend it maybe another 1 year. So this all need to be taken into account first from your strategic planning. Doesn't mean you plan 5 years, you can achieve within 5 years. There are obstacles, there are situations in between that may have to extend your strategic planning of the period 5 years, for example, that you set up. Are less specific in their details. So depend on, for this strategic planning, your detail must be specific. It cannot be too general that difficult to be implemented, too broad. Tactical planning, so as I said just now, strategic is your long-term planning, tactical planning is your short-term planning lah. Apply to specific part of the organization, specific detail how the overall objective to be achieved, cover shorter period of time. As I said, this may be 1 year or 6 months. Must be updated continuously to meet current changes. And then, because this tactical planning is not the same like the strategic planning, because of the short-term planning, it need to change from time to time, depend on the environment. Since let's say the government start asking new policies, new regulation, so we have to follow the new rules and regulation by the government in our tactical planning, in our objective of the long-term strategic plan. So operational planning is the design to implement specific action steps to support strategic and tactical plan. It governs the day-to-day operation of the organization. So in simple meaning, operation planning is your daily operation lah. Yeah. So two types of operation planning: standing plan, single-use plan. Okay, simple lah. What is standing plan? Standing plan deal with the plan that that recur frequently. So like daily lah. Three types of standing plan: policy, general guideline for decision making within the organization, procedure, and the rules. So this is your, mostly is your standing plan that is have to be implemented daily, weekly, and monthly. Single use plan, a plan that is used to meet the needs of the particular or unique situation. This one, it depends. Let's say if the government start changing the rules, start changing the policy, so we need to adjust ourselves to this specific particular unique situation that the government now come and tell us to do. Yeah? There are program, project, and budgets. So these are, we call it under, because budget also keep on changing. Yeah. So you cannot plan it for long term. This let's say now I need 10 lecturers, so our cost and budget is going to change. We need more classroom, so all this need to change. Yeah. Okay, what are barriers? Halangan, barriers in effective planning. So we plan, but there are also barriers that you may not be effective in your planning. So let's see what are the things. Demands on the leader's time. Sometimes the CEO of the company is very busy, very busy. As we mentioned in lecture topic 1, what is the leadership job? They're not only looking into the internal problem running of the organization, but also external problem, external thing. They have to communicate with the government, they have to communicate with the customer, they have to communicate with the supplier. So this leaders time sometimes become a barrier to the effective planning. Sometimes they didn't have time, so the people inside the organization, the managers, does not know what to do, because the direction from the top management does not come down. So leadership time is one of the barriers. So just to, as a matter of consideration, it happens. Yeah. So if the leaders doesn't know how to manage the time properly for the internal and external commitment, so it become a barrier to the planning. Again, also the lack of commitment lah. Some CEO, they're not really committed. They're just happy with the job, they're happy with the salary. They're not going to commit very much on the strategic planning. Let's say you plan 5 years to become a university. He just the commitment is not there. He work every day, but he doesn't really committed in a job. So by the end 5 years, you may not achieve to become a university because he does not really committed on the strategic planning and the implementation of the tactical planning. Resistant to change. There's another problem. Sometimes I'm comfortable to run as a college as the CEO. Why I want to run university? More problem. Yeah. Once you change to one level to another level, sure there's much of things you need to be done. Things need to be improved. So if he's comfortable with the current situation, why you want to upgrade to university? Then this type of leader that you have, then your planning is not going to be working. Inappropriate goals. Maybe the leader said, why we should go to university? Run college is good enough already. So the goals does not appropriate according to his views. So that also will also barriers to the planning of any kind of organization. Lack of top management support. Sometimes top management, it can be the shareholders of the company. For example, like in college, the CEO is not the owner of the company, not owner of the college, for example. So the owner of the college just want it to be a college, whereas the CEO want it to become a university. So because of the top support by the management does not want it to become university, then the effect the planning to become university also become barriers. That's some example. It can be in many situations. For example, just now I said, if the car manufacturing, the owner said we're not interested to build a sports car. For example, Perodua, they build small type of car only for the poor people. Why you want to build a sports car in Perodua? The shareholders, the owner of the company, not interested. But the CEO say, oh, we have to upgrade. We need to produce like sports car to become known to the people that Perodua have a sports car. But the top management said, no, we don't need. So these are barriers in effective planning. So doesn't mean that you plan, it can be implemented, but there are barriers, as we mentioned, 5 years and many more also, that the planning cannot be effective or cannot be implemented. So overcome barriers. Planning must be clear and definite. Planning must be organized, involve employees and decision making, tolerate diversity and views, encourage strategic thinking. So what is all this all about? Planning must be clear and definite. For example, let's say just now, why we want to become a university? There must be clear definition why you must upgrade this college to university. So with that kind of reason, maybe the shareholders or the top management will agree. But if you're not clear, oh, other people, other college want to become university, we also want to become university. But what is the purpose? So it's not clear, then maybe the barriers will come in to stop it. Planning must be organized. You must be organized. If you want to set a university, there are many things that you have to be prepared to improve your quality of the college and the quality of the teaching, everything, before you want to become a university. That is the rules and regulation of the government. Involve employees in decision making. So the top management must discuss, like in my college, we have to discuss with the lecturers, with the administrators, and with all the people involved in the college, so that they understand. If we only on the top say we want to become university, and people down there, the lecturers, the administrators, does not understand why you become university, it also, if you don't explain to them properly, they're not going to work, and this become barriers in your implementation. Tolerate diversity of views. Then when you say that I want to become to university, so there other people say, why you want to become university? Maybe you start with a college university first, or we don't need first, we take franchise from other university to run it first. So maybe we have to take the views. Yes, why we are rushing to become a university? We can take franchise from other university first. So all these things, you have to listen first from other views. Encourage strategic thinking, of course. because of all other views. There always a strategic thinking that we can develop together to overcome the barriers of the to become our barriers to be effective replanning. Okay, in summary, what we have learned today, students should be able to understand concept. We told what is the concept of planning. We already explained. Benefit, what is the benefit of planning? Types of planning, and then vision and mission statement, and also what are the barriers and how to overcome it. That is what we are teaching you for this topic for today. And if you can understand that, you can read from the notes that we add on to you. You can search more on the internet through Google or read the books that we provided for you. That will give you more understanding on the topic. You don't expect that my lecture is enough for you to understand overall. Our lecture is to give you the basic, like we give you seeds. Macam benih lah. You plant a plant, you have to plant the seed first, seed. From the seed, then you grow become plant, then you do the fruits. But we give you the seed, and you keep it, you don't plant it, you can learn, you cannot learn anything. Seed just remain as a seed. Then you become like seed lah. You don't learn anything. You keep the seed. Yeah. So you need to do your own reading, need to do your own additional understanding that we give to you. Those you don't understand, please ask in the class. The lecturer will explain to you more. Or we have WhatsApp, we have email. You still can communicate with us if you don't understand. But nowadays everything is very easy. You just type Dr. Google. You know Google, you type in the Google. I call Dr. Google. You just ask anything, they will answer you there. I do the same thing sometimes. So unless Dr. Google still cannot understand, cannot give you the answer, you can ask us, no problem. But basically, Google is the best teacher in the world today. That's how I learn. I still learning. I still doesn't know anything. I still go to the Google. So don't be shy to use the Google, because there always somebody inside there already give the information, have the information that you can tap on and learn. So thank you very much. So hope we'll see you in the next class. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.